Good morning. I wanted to take the time to acknowledge some collective obstacles that have been coming up a lot. One is dealing with the root chakra and our ability to ground and feel connected. Connected to the earth, supported, able to trust that our needs will get met. And this goes back in a lot of ways to our childhood and how we were raised, not just by our family, but by our society. Most of us weren't shown how to be a grounded, joyfully embodied human being. Excuse me. And so, as we've moved through the different stages in our life, we have likely carried that with us until we make a conscious decision to reconnect, to disconnect from this external grid that has a lot of strong energy flowing through it, our electronics and the internet and the energy of fear. And when we can disconnect from that and reconnect our internal circuits, get hooked back up to Goddess Earth, to Gaia, then we can step into a place of deep trust that the support we need will be there, that we will have the things that we need to support our root chakra. We'll have the toilet paper we need, we'll have the house we need, we'll have the ability to connect with nature in a way that we need. And really, the first step in making that decision is deciding to consciously and with awareness reconnect. And while we make that choice mentally, when we actually take the step to do it, that is more of an energetic process. So we can use our mind to support us in doing that, but really we have to just let that energy move through us versus blocking it. And the blockages that keep our energy from being able to flow and ground and reconnect into Mother Earth's bioenergetic field are mostly mental. Some of them are physical as well, but a large part of them are mental, emotional traumas that we've decided to hold on to. And so the beauty about those traumas, the mental and emotional traumas, is that often we can release a significant portion of them just by allowing them to move through us. So in acknowledging that they're there, in honoring that they're there and what they are, in looking back and seeing the origin, where they came from, a place of someone else who was likely hurt and stuck in their own blockages, telling us what to do. We now have the sovereign capability, the free will, to say, I don't want to be stuck in that place anymore, and I'm ready to allow things to move through me. And that's, easier said than done in a lot of ways. Processing emotions can take a significant amount of time and energy. It's not necessarily an easy process, although probably the most difficult part of that process is actually making the decision. And then those initial first steps to just get things rolling. Once we do that, it tends to be actually a very joyful process, a process of finding pleasure in whatever pain comes up, or knowing that as we move through pain, we will start to feel more joy and pleasure. So really it's about choosing to honor ourselves and our process, and deciding to be consistent with it. That will get us to the place where we can be connected. And for most people, we don't have the tools. We're not raised with the tools to do that. Luckily, there are some techniques that have been used for thousands of years that really do support that process. And my favorite is internal arts, Qigong, Qi alchemy, where we are creating a deep sense of self-awareness and actively releasing tension and blockages that keep us from being in our body and being able to connect in and ground in to Goddess Earth. So Qigong, visualizations, breath work, flowing movements, deep unwinding, so learning how to spiral tension out of your body, or to move deeper into a contraction, a spasm, or an area of pain so that it can release and we can feel movement and joy again. Visualizing our primal energy, reconnecting with the primal energy of Goddess Earth. Using acupressure and massage and loving touch and therapeutic touch and sensual touch, and using sensory stimulation, different fabrics, wrapping up tight, getting naked, feeling the airflow on your skin, feeling the warmth of the sun, eating joyful foods, eating foods that bring joy to our inner child or that help us to reconnect with a memory that is really positive and encouraging. Doing ancestor and spirit guide work to help support us, or future visioning where we can call upon our future self, or going to the past and healing our inner child with holding and love. So there's so many ways that we can come back to our body to allow that energy to flow and those blockages to shift. And then at that point, it's really just a matter of saying, okay, I'm reconnecting, and then doing the work that is needed to consistently get you there. It's our natural state to be connected with the earth. And so it seems like this daunting process, like, oh, I have to work through blockages. And yes, sometimes it's hard and you feel like you're drowning, and, but I would rather be drowning and learn to swim than just drown. And so making that decision to work through these processes, to do the work that's required and the play that is needed in order to do this deep healing work will definitely, beyond a shadow of a doubt, allow us to reconnect with Goddess Earth. And when we do that, to not only be able to function better, and be more in our bodies and more human, but also to draw upon her deep, deep strength And we can do this really early on in the process. So we have a bioenergetic field, an aura, that goes a certain amount outside of our body. And that is deeply connected with our nervous system, which is a bioelectric system. And that's how we connect, in a sense, our energies connect with all other energy fields around us. And the only reason we are not able to connect is due to a blockage or a weakness in one or more circuits that run through our body, one or more pathways of these bioelectrical circuits. And so when we decide to reconnect these circuits, we can pretty quickly get our bioenergetic field, our aura, back online. When we can circulate energy, when we can circulate awareness through our body, it creates a natural vortex to where energy flows, it moves through and around in a toroid or donut shape. It naturally draws up the energy of the earth and circulates our energy up, out, and back down into the earth, where it is cleansed. And after a certain amount of time doing this, then our energy naturally starts to want to connect to the energy above, to the heavens, to divine source, to orgasmic